Traditionally, each graduation ceremony features an address by one of our newest graduates, who speaks on behalf of their peers. This honour is awarded to someone who, during their time at the university, has exemplified the qualities we seek to instil in our graduates. This afternoon's address will be given by Faiga Junior Su'a, who has graduated with a Bachelor of Arts majoring in Cultural Anthropology, Religious Studies and Pacific Studies. Faiga is from the villages of Salelavalu, Sala'eilua, Papapalauli, Samounga, Whangamalo and A'ai o Niue in Samoa, and he is also a son of P-Town Porirua. Faiga has worked at Te Herenga Waka as project coordinator for the Anti-Racism Initiative, where he connected and formed relationships with student associations from many different ethnic and religious backgrounds. Faiga will be pursuing postgraduate studies next year, and he has a strong interest in religions and cultures from around the globe. In the future, he aims to contribute in the museum, history and archive space as a researcher. E te whakaminenga, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Faiga to give the graduate address.
Just pick the right glass, just in case. Thank you for your patience. E ngā mana, e ngā reo, e ngā mātā waka o te motu, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Mo mua pēr ona si ilivi inga ma le whawhtailia tua, o tato au lia ma le whiwhia le nei wha moe moe matangu fie. O te whatalo whātu li pa ia ma le malu o whaeaonga mai Te Herenga Waka. Whatalo whātu fōi i le au whāu ai mai se le mamalu le au fia, ma loli soifua. Warm Pacific greetings to our fellow graduates, our whānau, academic staff and distinguished guests who are gathered here today on this day of acknowledgement and celebrations. Thank you to Te Herenga Waka, Victoria University for this tremendous opportunity to speak on behalf of my fellow graduates. It's a real privilege and honour, and I'm very grateful. When I received the invitation a month ago, I felt nothing but truly blessed to kōrero on behalf of our graduates about our achievements. However, it was also an opportunity to also demonstrate my public speaking skills. So ngā mihi to those who nominated me, it truly means a lot. Ngā mihi nui ki ngā tauira kua whakapōtaingia i tēnei rā. Congratulations to every one of our fellow graduates who are here today. Embrace this day, which I know we will always remember as a significant milestone, and I know will be entrenched in our memories and those of our supporters. Today is also a day where we get to reflect on our journey, the pursuit of knowledge in our chosen disciplines, or I like to say passion. The reason why we're all sitting here today is because we've done everything possible to get here through our dedication, mahi and sacrifice. We have confronted the challenge and we have won the fight. Whether it took 3, 4, 12 years, we've gone all the way. So be proud of what you've achieved. O mai te pati pati. Looking back at the structure of the trimester, I always thought was interesting from my first day, and I'm sure a lot of you will agree. Looking at the way the trimester is made up, it's 12 weeks. In pugilistic terms, it's 12 rounds of fight, challenge, and all the hard stuff. But all I know is that we've all been committed. That's the reason why we're here. For example, You've got to start off with a ding ding. You have weeks 1 to 4, which are the kind of like the feel-out rounds, and the opening rounds. It's all about the introductions, the course information, the who's who, and how to navigate around campus. Then we move on to weeks 5 to 9, which are pretty much the middle rounds. The intensity sets in. You sit tests, essays are written, and you work on the body. And when I say body, I mean body paragraphs. I definitely don't miss those. A good boxing coach would always instruct, it's time to work that body, and everything will fall into place, such as the introduction and conclusions. I won't miss that either. Then finally, we move on to weeks 10, 11, and 12. I call them the championship rounds. This is where your character is tested and the demand kicks in. And the intensity heightens by this stage, and you all know you're feeling mentally and physically fatigued, but you've got to dig deep. It's a true test of your wairua and your tinana. And throughout the fight, every now and then, there's the odd knockdown, the odd 8 or 10 count, but that's the whole test of your character. Are you going to take it, or are you going to be counted out? So, the only thing we do is we get back up and continue. It's all about your mana. Then we leave it to the judges or the markers, and then we painfully wait for our scores and receive our results. And then you come back next trimester and do it all over again. What a life, what a life. So I want to acknowledge the graduates of 2023 for your dedication, mahi, and sacrifice throughout this journey, and wish you all the very best for your next chapter in life. So go and celebrate, because I know I will. I already know that I'll be wearing this academic attire for probably the next 2 months. I've already booked in Christmas, New Year's, Wellington Anniversary 2024. So ngā mihi to the academic dress hire for my summer extension. I want to kōrero now about my experience as, in particular, being a mature student. Before I embarked on this beautiful journey, I was employed by New Zealand Post and Kiwi Bank, worked for them for 19 years. 20 sounds better, but we'll stick with the 19. From November 2019 to June 2020, I tried my hand at DIY, and it's lucky there were no assessments there. COVID-19 arrived, and then the lockdown happened between March and May. And it was around this time I was convinced to follow my heart and finally pursue the dream of university studies. In June 2020, I made the call to the amazing Jenny Tautua, who was a Pacific advisor at the time, and told her that I was really ready to finally pursue this dream, which we were very excited about. And then Jenny connected me with Tapu Vea as student recruitment, and there we started the process, which the university kindly accepted me. I reflect back that my first meeting with Tapu Vea, I remember we had to go over, she asked me the question, it's like, oh, we got all your details, and do you have an email address and a phone number? And I said, no, I only have my wife's email address, and I don't have a phone. And she goes, not on you? And I said, no, never. So prior to my studies, I never owned a phone. I was stubborn. So leaving that office that day, she strongly advised me, I think it's best you get a phone. So I ended up at Harvey Norman in Porirua the day before my first lecture. And the lovely retailer tried to sell me a phone for like $1,000. And I said, what's your cheapest phone? And he goes, one that's 77. And I said, what, that sounds good. The year I was born, I'll take that one. It's a great year. It was a great year. I still remember when I attended my first lecture in religious studies. Because like a Monday, July 13th, who's counting 2020. And then I attended my anthropology, cultural anthropology lecture the next day. The only thing when I think about how I felt, the heart was full. And I knew I was meant to be in this space. 20 years at the bank was amazing, but yeah, attending university was the dream for me. So, and it was also the day, the week, where I first met my study buddies. It was all the mature students. So I want to shout out to Vicky Palu, Malolei, and Te Keti Awenga. Thank you for supporting me and babysitting me pretty much, navigating, and especially so you pursue your studies and at the same time you're doing how to use a cell phone 101. But it's all good, it's all good. Now I can airdrop and all sorts of stuff like that, you know. People often ask me how I feel about university. It's always family and friends, right from the first week in 2020. I still bump into friends and family now, and they always ask, and I'm like, hey, how's university going? And what was it like? Same reply, I love it. Yeah, full vessel all the time. It's funny when you write stuff down on the speech and not really following it, and then, yeah, anyway, that's all good. But one of the highlights for me was meeting people from all different backgrounds, from staff to the students. I've developed some amazing relationships. And if there were any words to describe my journey here at Te Renga Waka, it is blessed and gratitude. So I want to send out an important message to our mature people, I should say, who are thinking about pursuing their tertiary studies. And take it from me, you know, it's never too late. And I repeat, it's never too late to follow your dreams to study. So jump on that waka. We are waiting for you. No mai, haere mai, maliu mai, su mai. This part of the speech, it's pretty much ngā mihi. I would like to thank all my amazing kaiako lecturers for sharing their time, energy and knowledge with me, which I'm forever grateful. From my whānau at Religious Studies, Philip Fountain, Marman, Jeff Troughton, Sarah Romani, Michaela Richards, Cultural Anthropology, Lorena Gibson, Alofatu, Gibson Grant Utsuki, Amir Sayadabdi, Karina Howland. Thank you for filling my vessel, which I think overflowed every time I was in the same space with you guys. Writing 101, Natalia Peterson, thank you for strengthening my writing because I definitely needed it. 30 years out of school? Yep, it's a big requirement. So ngā mihi. To my kaiako, o Te Kawa a Maui, ka Nauhea Whistles and Peter Ads, ngā mihi nui korua. And to the Pacific Studies family, ainga. Aloha e Melanie Case, mahalo. Dr. April Henderson, mahalo. To Anga Alefosil, Whaftai Lovesis for always having my back. But every time I left Pacific Studies, for the whole 3 years, the only thing you pick up is, the thing you learn from it is, or reminder, is to never leave your culture at the door. Never leave your culture at the door. Also, when I had the opportunity to be employed by the university, it's been a real blessing. So ngā mihi to the people who I worked with on the anti-racism initiative, in particular, my sisters, Lila Foster and Lucy Manuera Schroeder, amazing wahine toa. The organisational development team up on level 4, thanks for the nibbles and the endless coffee supply. And to the amazing Pacific Success team, in particular, Faibi Filomasoi for your never-ending alofa, advice, and providing me with the best support and free lunches. I also want to thank my beautiful wife for believing in me and supporting me and doing the heavy lifting while I was living my dream for the last 3 years. Thank you, honey. I really appreciate you. I remember too when I told her that I was going to pursue study, she thought I was having a midlife crisis. But now, yeah, guess what? My 2 sons, Lenwasi, Lennox, just for loving me and letting your dad be a student and live his dream. My in-laws, Len and Trish, for your aroha and support. And my sister, Te Porasa Mea, for covering me up my back on the family and cultural obligations front. So love you, sis. Thank you to the Ainga for the support and prayers. Yeah, and I want to thank myself. There's only one guy in the waka. Sometimes you turn around, you know, there's guys bailing out water, which is everyone, your family, your friends, so I really appreciate that. And lastly, I would like to dedicate this degree to a couple of people who I often thought about while I was on this journey. and from time to time would visit me in my dreams. My beautiful parents, my father, Faiga Su'a, and my beautiful mother, Menime Pepe Wilson Su'a, who were my first teachers in life, so I dedicate this honour to them. Whaftai lava mo le awanoa, ngā mihi nui, thank you very much. And to the graduates of 2023, ia manuia. Let's go.